Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round number 4 of tonight's TCS eSports League action. It is the group stages of the Challenger Cup winners. Pretty simple. 6 teams go head to head. 4 can only come out on top. And we're just having a current look off the first 3 rounds at the standings. I don't know what is going on here, Craftman. Of course, I'm Digital Bacon, joined here in the booth by Craftman. Your thoughts and everything so far, Crafters?
It's been a real shake-up from what we really expected. We pretty much expected the two teams of bench players and Pinch to come in here and dominate. That has not happened. They have 1 win each, both sitting on 3 points, but bench players way down the bottom of the table with the lesser goal difference. I believe that's broken by goal or it's game difference rather.
Yeah, game difference.
Yeah, so bench players in a tough spot. We're going to see them up here against Denied Piranha, who have just stormed through this table so far. 3 games, 3 wins, 3-0, 3-2, and 3-0. These guys are on a tear, and if they're pretty much confirmed into the top 4 to go and play the bottom 4 from the TCS eSports League of Season 1. But they want, I reckon Denied Piranha want to go undefeated. I would not be surprised if they go undefeated as well.
Yeah, so looking at this now, Denied Piranha have got bench players now, which we're going to see on stream, which is an expected win after results there, and then they've got Swiss Monsters, which no idea, to be honest. Swiss Monsters comes second. You're looking at who they've played so far, should be a win. I mean, the comparison is Denied Piranha in round 1 went up against different esports 3-0. In round 2, Swiss Monsters went up against different esports 3-1. So naturally, you're looking at it and going, okay, Denied Piranha should be able to take this, but it can be a change in playstyles. We don't know too heavily. But what we do know is pretty much Denied Piranha and Swiss Monsters are secure. Like,
Yeah,
they have got it here. Pinch Colada, Lost Stick, different esports and bench players. They're fighting over 2 spots. 2 spots left here to make it onto next week. The players are on the pitch, Craftman. I say we just let them go and, well, fight it out between them, because bench players, they have to get a win here, and that's going to be a hard one for them.
Yeah, let the boys play. Let's settle this on the pitch. We can talk as much as we like about who's beating who should beat who, but it all comes down to what happens on DFH Stadium tonight. And these guys on bench players, when we saw them earlier on in the stream against Lostic, they started strong but then fell away towards the end. Don't want to see that here. Want to see them be consistently strong, get a lot of pressure on, but that's not going to help when Denied Piranha are undefeated and looking like it.
Well, when we saw Denied Piranha earlier, they were super strong, and yeah, they still look super strong. It's good signs for them, not good for bench players.
Not at all, as Denied Piranha, I know it's not Piranha, but it's what it looks like and it's what it is to us. It sounds much cooler than whatever it actually is.
Denied Piranha. Like
Pirinha.
Yeah, like the drink or something like that.
Nah.
It's a wordplay, Crafters, which...
Is that a wordplay?
I'm not a smart enough man for wordplay, so
yeah,
I see Pirinha, my mind, being slightly dyslexic, goes Piranha, and we'll just stick with that. Karatash into the corner. Does beat out the attacker, but the second one, Revelia, does nuts jobs to get that. And you can just see the attack one off the other FB, just keeping that so heavily pressured alone. Revelia onto it as well, and
oh
wow,
my goodness, that is the thing with bench players. They're just giving way too much space to Denied Piranha, especially Revelia, to go ahead and do things like that. And when that ball's coming towards your net, there's pretty much nothing you can do, especially if you're just stuck in net with no boost. I want to see bench players put a little bit more pressure, get to those, create 50-50 opportunities, because you're not going to do any damage if you're giving way too much space, and that's exactly what happens for goal number 3.
In the wise words of a certain dog, Rutro Raggy, This is not going well at all for bench players. This is a bit of a scary story. And I'm not a fan of horror movies. I'm going to be quite frank here, Crafters. I watched that remake of the Friday the 13th film, and it wasn't scary. It was just atrocious. That's not a good sign. But this is not Bacon's movie review hour. No, this is the TCS eSports League, and we're expecting some good plays. We've already seen them come out from the Denied Piranha's side. Let's just see them come out from the bench players as Mayu's setting up the start of something. It was close to being great, but shot just a little bit wide.
Just a little bit wide, and that is something that bench players need to work on, is when they get those opportunities, take advantage of them, put the accurate shot onto net, and don't leave anything to chance. Keep the ball firmly in your possession and take it away from Denied. But not when Rivella is doing his thing up onto the backboard and left it for Confetti, and they will take a commanding 4-0 lead.
It's the problem. All these players forget this Confetti. It's just, he lingers. Normally he's that more defensive player, but when you least expect him, he strikes. He is the Dark Knight of this team.
He is, absolutely. You really focus your attention on Rivella and FBFM.
FB.
Or just call him FB. But Confetti, like you said, always just lurking around as that third man to bring in any backup that is needed for any straggly plays. He's there as the janitor to clean those up and finish the play.
Yep, it may not be the most fabulous job, but he makes it look good nonetheless. Paella nearly being able to pull off a bit of magic. Ball into the middle, that's not going to be able to be followed up by a teammate though, because no one's there. Paella slowly picking the ball, he's wanting to take this back to his own net, back to safety, back to Karatash. He puts it up in the air. Takes a very abstract route to that ball, but it does put on a bit of pressure, I will admit. Paella off to the wall, and that has been found by FB. Up into the air it will be. Revelia, very nice with that. And the problem here for me, Craftman, is whenever bench players start to get some control of the ball, Denied Piranha denies it.
Living up to their name, I suppose. Yeah. They just take it away every opportunity, and again, Mazur is just way too slow to that ball. I just need to see bench players step up to the plate a little bit more, get a few more boost pads under your belt, and meet the ball before Denied Piranha can take it away from you. Force the 50-50s and start winning them as well, because the challenges that are making are easily going in bench players' favour every single time. It's not even a 50-50, it's like a 90-10.
How many boost pads can you fit under your belt? Like, I'm trying to think, like, the logistics of it here.
If you have a Batmobile, you'll have a Batman utility belt, so all of them.
Revelia has not got all of the goals here. Unfortunately, Confetti has spoilt that with the one he got earlier. But 4? Oh, snap.
3 more, and he Brazil's his teammate. I love when that happens.
Is definitely no. That is definitely a stat I have never seen. Will it happen
how
today?
often you Brazil's your teammate? It happens all the time to me in twos. Mainly because I'm awful in mine.
Yeah, you'll get in the one.
I get carried all the time.
Yeah. Cafe has just asked for a server remake, which seems a bit odd because he's got the most stable ping I've seen him have tonight, and he's in the lead. So I guess so. I mean, he's going to lose the momentum, so I don't really see any reason why not to hand that on over. FB will just carry the ball up in the air. The self-teammate Brazil will not happen, but what will happen is Denied Piranha take game number 1.
And in commanding fashion, despite Confetti not liking the server, it is the rest of his teammates doing the dirty work. And I remember going back to when we saw them back in the first match of the day. FBM just getting in amongst it, being that man who ended up just being a little bit too sneaky in that upper half of the field and allowing the space for Rivella and of course Confetti to come in at the end as well. It's just fantastic second man play, even third man play from FB, and it's really shutting down this bench players side as we go into game number 2. They've not really shown any offensive flair as of yet here in this matchup in round number 2. What I want to see from them is start challenging the ball. I said it during the game. We want to see them start challenging the ball in the midfield before Denied Piranha keeps taking the ball away from them and making those opportunities. Shut down the plays before they even happen. That's my advice to them.
Yep. Well, we've got game 1 underway, so bench players know the level they're playing against. I don't expect Denied Piranha to change up what they've been doing at all. You know, it's worked pretty well, so there's no reason for them to change here. Bench players are the ones that are going to have to adjust. And yeah, the thing you just said, bang on the nose. Yeah, I agreed. I can't add any more to that. And Crafters, that's you're doing my job and yours, which I commend. Don't get me wrong, but
Thank you.
you're selfish.
I'm selfish. Like I said earlier, big ego.
Yeah,
Big ego.
that's the problem. Well, all of the players are back, so they can join, of course. Bench players have a lot of work to do. They do not want to be in a sticky situation once again. They need a win here, at least some games, to give them a bit of advantage, as they will be going up against Pinch Colada in round 5 after this. And well, that seems to be one of these two is going through. And that's definitely not what we thought at the start of today.
Not at all, and it's really been surprising us all here at TCS eSports as bench players now starting to put a little bit of pressure onto the Denied Piranha net, but very well dealt with it within the first 30 seconds, and the counter-attacking play down to Confetti, not able to touch it in. But it just shows you the caliber of team that you're dealing with here. They can take the pressure, take the hits in defense, and then work the ball immediately downfield and put some threatening shots onto the opponent's net.
Karatash on the ball. FB, nicely set to Ravella. Isla does get a little bit of an interception, and Karatash is in a sticky spot himself. Good hit from Confetti. We'll try and line that up. FB with the drop. Might have been better just to leave that, but he saw the opportunity and well, he's going to pounce at it. Ball a little bit higher. Mazels does get that away.
Oh, great angle. Oh, just denied by Karatash in the end, but the follow-up from FB, the insane angle that he had from the get-go here, that was incredible save by Karatash, but just not able to follow up, and FB recovers well from the shot and follows his own up, and finally gets the goal in, and Denied Piranha 1-0 up immediately.
I just love that. You denied Piranha, and no, they'll just come back and bite you a little bit harder. It's just so unfair. You make such a good save, but it's just not good enough. FB with the drop down, and here is Confetti. Once again, too much space given, and Denied Piranha will score.
But the space is created from these passing plays. But up from one, down from Ravella, I should say, to FB and then out to Confetti. You never really know where that shot's coming from if you're bench players sitting back in defense, wondering where this ball's headed, and it ends up in the lap of Confetti, and they forgot the Confetti. But this time around, that is much better, like you say, Bacon, from Karatash, as they bring it back within one.
I just saw them initially setting this up with the high passing plays, and I was like, okay, they're starting to do it into the corner. They hit from Karatash. They're doing it. That's good. The lads aren't forsaken at this point. They're coming back into it. Bench players, they know what they need to do. Like we said earlier, we expect them to be able to do it. It's just whether they've got the will, the spirit, the fighting power. Mazors lines himself up, but he had given up on that halfway through. You could see. He luckily comes off with a hit. No communication there, unfortunately. Karatash trying to keep the ball pressure, but Confetti gets that downfield. Good interception from Mazels. He's going to be able to bump this whole way. He needs to get the pop into the center, but no one there to receive it. A little bit of pace needed from a second man to finish this, and then maybe leave a third back in defense. A hard third could be the decision to make here.
Oh, but the hard third this time for Piranha. Rotating back in, not able to get to the touch in time, was Revella, but Karatash, great pass upfield from Mazurs, and this is the turn of pace we wanted to see from bench players. They're starting to get back into their offensive zone much quicker, and the shots coming 10 times faster, and Deny Piranha are not prepared for it.
10 times is a lot faster, I'm just going to say that now. You might be exaggerating, I don't know yet.
I wouldn't, maybe a little bit. Oh. But I'll tell you who's not exaggerating at this moment in time is Karatash. My goodness, he gets one quick goal back and then gets the redirect down the Bardowski into the keeper, and 3-2. What a turnaround it has been for bench players in the first half of this game.
Yeah, well done, lads. Keep it up. Get the fourth is what I say here. Paella, unfortunately, with the whiff. Vela up into the rafters. Does follow through quite well on sand. This is going to be a dangerous ball. As you can see, Confetti has to put that away. Good interception from Mazurs. Paella is up. He's got a fantastic hit on that one. Really, really pulling in the panic of Deny Piranhas and bench players. They have finally woken up. The problem, though, Grafters.
Well, their offense might have woken up, but their defense seems to have gone to sleep. Karatash just... What was he doing here? He was just dribbling air back into the net and not looking for that ball. And that was an easy one for Deny Piranha to tie it back up. So, great stuff on offense, trying to swing it back in your favor, but when you have defensive misses like that, that can really affect you mentally.
It can indeed. Trust me, I miss everything, and it really hurts me deep down inside. It really does. Mazurs gets the odd ball into the center, pulls in Confetti to question, and Confetti can't keep onto it. Paella to Karatash. Karatash going all kinds of abstract ways around this once again. He likes doing that. I don't know if I like it from him, to be honest. Paella, not even there compared to FB, who gets the goal.
Oh, FB. He should start his own radio station called FBFM, broadcasting that he is the man on this team to watch. All aspects of the game, offense, defense, passing plays. FB, you're certainly sending shockwaves through the airwaves here at TCS.
I like all of those. Well done working with
Thank
that.
you.
But what would the FB stand for? The FBF for him.
I'm not sure.
Fully boosted.
Yeah, I'll go fully boosted FM.
Yeah. Well, some players do get that, or just full boost, because that's the dream every player has, I think. Just your tank's completely up to 100.
Yeah.
It's a rare sight.
Because fully boosted sounds like you've just got to Grand Champ by teaming with someone good.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, of course, we don't know anything about, do we? As
No. Never.
Ball off to the side.
No officer.
What's the officer problem?
But I'll tell you, there is a problem though for bench players, as they lose their set, or are set to lose their second, and unless something crazy can happen in the next 2 seconds or so. But it will be a deny from.
I mean, that was crazy at the same time.
It was crazy
right,
in itself, but it is a goal for the team who were ahead. And with 1 second remaining, it will be a victory for Deny Piranha. Bench players, they turned it around, no doubt about it in this game. They have come into their own, but Deny Piranha have just been too good, too quick, and they shut them down again in the final stages of that game number 2. And we'll move on to match point here in round number 4.
I hate this bug at the moment in Rocket League, actually, because I can hear the players are trying to type something out, but we can't see it. I don't know. Can you see it, Crafters?
No, I just actually realized that we can't actually see it.
No, we can't, because we're in spectator mode. So I don't know if the players are saying anything.
It was working earlier. I could see them talking trash earlier on, especially Trox,
You
when we were
can
watching Trox.
before the game and during game. It's just in the post because we're spectators, we're not players. It's a really odd one,
It
and
is
I'm just there
very odd.
like I'm worried that like someone's going, "Can we get another server? This one's still not great," and I'm just there going, "I don't know. I can't see. I'm sorry, guys. We're just
Type it
gonna
in
have to
Twitch
stick to
chat.
this." Yeah,
Type it in Twitch chat. We'll see it.
or just DM on Discord because
That too.
that's the professional route, I think.
Yeah, DM the mods. Because it's none of our problem. But
Not our problem. We're casters. We don't do
exactly.
anything. We just sit here and joke about and have a bit of fun.
Exactly.
Which we've done a lot of today, we'll say.
It's been a lot of fun so far. But bench players, they're not having a lot of fun themselves. They've just really been shut down by Deny Piranha. So, Bacon, what do you think is their one way to get through this Deny Piranha really onslaught in both offense, defense, and passing plays in the middle?
So, did you notice it was when bench players actually pulled off the pass and plays themselves and got into the mix, trying to get those bumps and sort of really move the defense about? Bench players they've either got two choices. They put two players onto the attack and then one player solid hard defense, a bit like what we actually quite often see from Confetti, to be honest, on the Deny Piranha side. So basically, they match the Piranhas in their play style, and then you've got a 50-50 game. Or, and stay with me on this one.
Okay.
You go all out aggressive and go triple committing downfield, which does work, but is super risky.
Super risky,
yeah. You got to risk it to take the biscuit. I'm just saying, though, buddy. Like, I'm looking at this point and thinking we need games. Like a 50-50 is not good enough for me. I want the bench players to just go out all offensive, put on tons of pressure, because when they're on attack, they're stronger. When they're on defense, they're trash. To be quite frank and honest, I mean super harsh, but
that's super
me
harsh.
just showing the wells of difference. Their attack is blooming good. Their defense is not. So make sure you're in attack all the time.
Yeah, just turn it around. But I think Deny Piranha are going to deny that pretty much. They like to hold that midline in defense in the middle of the field, and bench players just can't seem to get anything going. One thing I would like to see them do, though, that I've not seen them do too much, is when Deny Piranha are aggressing quite hard, boom it downfield all the way. They'll go up. I've seen Deny Piranha like to go off the backboard. Get one of your guys up on the backboard as a player up there, and just boom it all the way downfield, and get the other two players up on one on the left, one on the right, and upfield pincer movement, and then you should be able to get something going from that. I just need to see them.
Well, you've seen them try and do the long clears, but it's down the center. That's the problem. You've got to go down the sides, don't you?
Got to go down the side, aim for those corners, and that is what is going to put Deny Piranha at least in a tricky situation. Because Deny Piranha, like you said, Confetti has been sitting back quite a bit. But I think if you know that you're going to boom it all the way downfield and you're going to have two people moving in, Confetti's not going to be able to deal with that too well. And you just got to go quickly before the other two can get back.
Yeah, definitely. Also, looking in chat now, just seeing everything going. Yeah, we just got to play a restart in the rear. That's what the hold-up's all about. Just seeing Karatash actually jump in chat as well. He knows how to get involved with us, casters, because we are watching Twitch chat continuously. Hey, Steins just joined in. Niels, how are you doing, buddy? Human Paper as well. Like, I think someone said it earlier. I don't know. It's Sack saying that is a great name. Like, Human Paper. That is unique.
Oh yeah, that is very, very unique. I'm trying to think of a human man made out of paper.
The Paper Man.
The Paper Man.
He delivers your papers.
You got there.
That's it. Well, as a thank you from Ravella, as he is now restarted his router and hopefully should be in a better place to be able to play this match. 2-0 in favor to Deny Piranha. Bench players not turned up in game number 1, but 2, oh boy, did they. They hard countered Deny Piranha, and then Deny Piranha figured out what they were doing and then just turned it back on them. Again, like I said, it was all down to the passing plays in that first half, which Denied Piranha were able to figure out and then pretty much stop. They've got to either find a way to get those passing plays back in order or, like I said earlier, high pressure. I think that could be the answer here. But 30 seconds already gone by and it's become a lot more mundane here, Crafters.
Yeah, very slow start, but everyone's sort of getting back into the rhythm of it after this slightly extended break. But man, oh man, Confetti and FB, they are picking up where they left off. And especially FB, his ball control has been outstanding. And his positioning absolutely stellar. And getting it in from Confetti will seal the first goal in favour of Denied Piranha.
Well, Denied Piranha are a bunch of bullies, not going to give any hope. Nearly a quick second there, you know. Jab with the left, hook with the right, and that would have been the lads out for the night. 2-0 this early on, Craftman. I'm worried.
Well, you see there was a big double commitment. I think bench players at this point in the game, in the match I should say, they're desperate. They're looking for any opportunity to push through this aggression of Denied Piranha. But it's just not working. Like I said, they are starting to long clear. Just saw that off the kickoff there. But no one's following it up. You need to communicate saying, right, I'm going to long clear this. You guys aggress on this. Make sure no one from the other team is going to have a chance to touch that ball. But it is just giving the possession straight back to Denied Piranha. And they're working so well as an offensive unit. There's just no way that this bench players side can get through this relentless offense and defense if they keep playing the way they're playing.
Basically, it is. You just got to have order here because at the moment it is feeling clustered mess, scrappy Rocket League. When you're facing up against a side that has it all near enough on the line, it will get scrappy. It's just how it is. Good little block there from FB. Revelia not quick enough in it. Mazels clearing this downfield, but needs a follow-up. FB getting blocked there by Mazels. This is very good. Very nice. Very, very nice. But that is not very, very nice. The crossbar just being an absolute nuisance, but Mazels will come back into it and finish that off. First goal for the boys in blue. Bench players get one on the board.
Good on them making sure this play is finished all the way through. That could have been easily long cleared by the Denied Piranha side. But keeping the pressure on, making sure there was nowhere else for that ball to go except in the path of a blue player. Just goes to show bench players are still not giving up here, and Karatash looking to make it 2, and he will, down to Mazors. Just as quickly as it was 1, they've made it 2 and tied the game back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we have a game on our hands. It is at the halfway mark, 2-2, and I'm a sizzling piece of bacon right here. I am excited to see what happens. Reverse sweep, the comeback, question mark. Let's just let this all unfold before we make the solid call. Get the third, and I might start believing it, bench players. All high and downfield, Paella. Okay, buddy, I'm believing.
Well, this all came from a mistouch from Confetti. He tried to keep the pressure on, but touches it back. We've seen that way too many times recently. And Paella able to take advantage of it, sniff it out, knew that one was coming. Confetti got to be licking his wounds after that one. Get back into it, maybe get a good offensive play here. He will actually get the shot at the angle. It's denied by Mazors, and out they go. Bench players have momentum.
Can we start getting, like, what a save and nice shots going in chat? We need this right now, because that deserves it. Like, that deserves the nice shots. What a play from FB.
The flip reset off the ball is what everyone dreams of, and he reads it to perfection. And no one on the the bench player's side are able to do anything like that. And just like Mazer said, that is definitely one for the highlight reel. FB, we've talked about his mechanics so much throughout tonight, and he is definitely putting on a showcase right now, trying to close this series out in 3 games and deny bench players the shot at a 4th or a 5th game.
fake from Karatash was bold, and it is paid off its dividends. Paella picking up the ball. Maze, I'm confused with that one. Hasn't really worked, but it hasn't hurt them. So we'll just let it pass. FB getting the ball up in the air. He's wanting to buy time now. He's wanting to allow his teammates to get the boost, and then does a very nice clear downfield as Mazors is having to deal mano a mano with Ravella, and Ravella does put on the pressure. Drop down to center, a good pass, and FB.
Oh, that was beautiful touch there from FB. Confetti with the pass into him, and that touches it with the wheels of his car to drop it perfectly for Ravella to come in for that one and put themselves back up by 1, 4-3 as we approach 1 minute left here in game number 3. Denai Piranha certainly looking like the team to beat in this promotion relegation tournament. We will definitely end up seeing them next week. And they will be a very big contender with the guys who dropped out of league play this season.
Mazels not able to continue that. 52 seconds left. Goal still needed. They are hunting for it. They're desperate for this one because, like I said earlier, it could be a do or die situation. They don't know what has happened for the rest of the rounds, and an extra game could be the difference. It's definitely feeling like it. Whether you want to come 5th or 4th is so much work. Oh. And FBFM, he knows how much work it is to come out on top of this group.
I said it earlier, FB has been the MVP for his team tonight. He has just been everywhere on the field and following up his own touch off the backboard there, or off the post I should say. Just goes to show you the nerve this man has, that he is leading this team to victory and now 5-3 in front with less than 20 seconds to go. It was a good run from bench players. They were up 3-2 at one point, but they just could not hold back this Denai Piranha team, and 6-3 with 8 seconds left. Ravella gets his 3rd, and we are looking, ladies and gentlemen, at the most dangerous team in this promotion tournament. Denai Piranha take a bow.
The dam is broken and the water is pouring on through. It's what happens when you give $1 million to a bunch of beavers. They're not going to do the work that you need. 6-3, nearly 6-4, but Denai Piranhas with the 3-0 sweep. So close, twice for bench players, but the Piranhas are able to just keep on swimming, weather the tide, and just come out on top. Fantastic play from them. Sorry, bench players, but now you are really in do or die. You're going to have to go up against Pinch Coladas, and I do reckon, I'm looking at this now, different esport came out 3-1 against Pinch Coladas. Only one of those two teams is going to be able to make it through to the next round. And that's only if Lostic beat Swiss Monsters, which is a result we're still waiting on. This is uncomfortable right now for these two teams. Swiss Monsters won. So they're still both alive, but it is coming down to you've got to win it for these two.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting round 5, and I don't think we're still quite sure what game we're going to see next and last on stream, but can I just sing the praises of Denai Piranha one more time? Who can beat them? Like, genuine question. Who can beat them? Nobody here. Absolutely nobody here tonight can beat them.
They face off against Swiss Monsters next, and Swiss Monsters have only dropped 1 game so far. I don't know who we're going to be seeing next. It's either going to be bench players, I'd imagine, or bench players versus Pinch Colada, or it's different esports versus Lostic. I have just been told in our chat that I can choose, but I don't feel like choosing here, Crafters. Should we give it to chat to decide? I mean, we're going to have a 10-minute break anyway.
You're a madman. You think you trust them?
I do. I'm believing in you. No one else does here. You've got to prove me
I
right.
certainly don't.
Who do you want to see for this next match, the last match of the evening? Do you want to watch bench players versus Pinch Colada, or do you want to watch different esports versus Lostic? Tell us now. I'm going to just say we're not going to watch Deny Piranha versus Swiss Monsters purely because they've made it through. Don't get me wrong. It would be the seeding match between them for first and second, I'd imagine, because Swiss Monsters have already lost, but Deny Piranha losing here to Swiss Monsters would most likely give them the seed if it works out that way, like most tournaments. But for two teams here, three teams technically, because if Lostic lose as well, they're out. It's do or die for three teams. I'm seeing a lot of benched in chat here. Bench Pincher. I think Sharper, you've got your answer here, buddy.
Yeah, what I was going to say was we should let them dwell on it as we go to a break, and then we'll get the result for you after this short break. Do you think we should do that, Bacon?
I mean, it's already there. I've seen Mazels in chat go not benched, of course, where he's on bench, but buddy, you've got to deal with it. Everyone else is going bench. So
Yeah,
we'll have
everyone
bench
wants to see
players
benched.
versus Pinch Colada after this match. Don't go anywhere because that is seemingly very hyped from you guys. So I can't wait to get into it. This has been TCS eSports League. I'm Digital Bacon, joined by Crafton, and we'll be back right after this break.
Hallo? Hører Sie mich? Ich brauche dringend Hilfe. Wir haben einen Unfall gehabt. Er hat starke Schmerzen.
Keine Sorge, Sie sind in guten Händen.
Vielen Dank.
Egal wo, egal wann. Echte Hilfe ist immer an Ihrer Seite. Werden Sie jetzt Mitglied mit 20.